There's a few rare but magical moments in sports where players get exactly what they deserve. Moments after being cocky or annoying. These moments aren't just satisfying, but they also restore your faith in sports. Today we're going through 15 examples of instant karma in sports. Conor McGregor is one of the most notorious athletes in the world with unique charisma and characteristics which make him stand out in not only MMA but sports in general. But this style seems to be contagious because fighters have seemed to imitate his style, like this fighter who acts a lot like Conor McGregor and gets cocky, but he then gets knocked out by this much more humble opponent.
135.4 for Gallagher. 10-1 Bandejas versus 7-0 Gallagher. Bantamweights.
Round 1. Fight!
This Kozawa celebrates putting his hand to his forehead. When Sweden eventually go on to win the game, the whole Sweden team imitates the celebration to mock the French player.
Inläggsmöjlighet, har två möjligheter. Det såg inte så farligt ut först, men det blev riktigt fint läge. Kempare skickar undan bollen. 94 minuter. Matchen är slut! Sverige är vidare! Sverige
går in till matchen med klokhet.
This next fighter gets way too cocky when he taunts the other fighter in this boxing match. Even when he's getting hit with some disheartening shots, he still continues to showboat as if he's got this match in the bag, until he does actually get knocked out.
Combination up high. 2 minutes into the opening round, probably time to...
The show's over there, the
Muay Thai, great.
Which is why he's doing that.
Yeah, that was low. Danapa happy doing what he's doing and not necessarily winning.
Shouldn't laugh. Oh, big overhand right by Danapa. Too many big punches. Have a look at this.
He's bombing away though. And once a Muay Thai fighter, always.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Sound asleep.
That's it.
That's a big victory.
This next moment is also again quite funny but also quite sad, as this next cyclist believes he's won this long race. As he starts celebrating, it turns out he's actually still a distance away from the finish line before the race is over. This premature celebration cost this cyclist the race.
There's one lap of racing to go, and he thinks he's won the world title. One lap of racing to go, and Tupalik is sprinting flat out now to try and keep these Belgians at bay. Oh, no. He thinks he's won. No. It's one lap to go. It's one lap of racing to go. No, he hasn't heard it. It's one lap of racing to go, and he thinks he's won the world title.
This next footballer actually gets his own dose of controversial instant karma after removing his top after he scores this goal. Removing your top in football will result in a booking, but a sending off like this is rare and has only happened a handful of times. Obviously this is very disheartening for the team, and this is just instant justice.
On the score sheet for Roma, he was about to take his shirt off and that would have been a sending off. Quick thinking, come off. Read DeMarco. Is he going to book him? Oh no! DeMarco has. The shirt hadn't even come off.
Lands badly on his foot and has to be subbed off. That's how bad the injury was.
Trabada la rodilla y digo, espero me equivoque, pero me parece que eso puede llegar a terminar siendo una rotura de ligamentos.
This next moment is especially stupid and just makes you want to facepalm. This MMA fighter decides to showboat in the dumbest way, taking his eyes off his opponent to dance. And he pays the ultimate price and justified price of being brutally knocked out after he does this multiple times.
Final 3 minutes.
Ooh, Joe with a high kick that lands and then a jab to follow it up. Again with the jab.
Oh! This always sinks!
And that's exactly what I said is you don't do that kind of that kick. He set it up by just waiting for Joe to do something.
And then there was some viciousness in the ground and pound that followed.
This next cyclist actually finds out what happens if you take your focus off cycling for too long when celebrating, as he falls off his bike on national TV just as he won the race. He quickly remounts the bike and carries on celebrating as if nothing happened and as if no one saw it, even though millions have on TV. This next college level runner loses the race after he gets way too cocky. This runner thinks he's a good distance in front of the other runners, so he celebrates way too early, only for another runner to just beat him by half a second. The runner is completely in shock after this happens, and no doubt he's disappointed in himself.
Take my word for it, there's a moral to this
story. Yeah, maybe next time wait that extra second before celebrating. A college track star learned the dangers of premature celebration. A runner from the University of Oregon thought he had the race locked up, started waving, pumping up the crowd, and he was passed by a runner from the University of Washington in the final seconds, not just the final seconds, the difference with a 1/10 of a second. The University of Washington wins. Yeah, just a bit of a disappointment there.
This next basketball team celebrates way too early. With seconds to go, they score what seems to be the winning hoop. But this is a very important lesson to not take your eye off the game until the final whistle. The whole team and managers celebrate, but with a few seconds still left to go, the opposite team scores an absolutely unbelievable last second hoop to draw the game. This next motorbike racer really got what he deserved. This racer would drive very closely to the side of other racers, often leading them to fall off their bikes, which isn't only looked down on but is also dangerous. And when he does it to this one racer, the exact same thing happens to him in the same race, and he's very annoyed about it. Instant karma. This next fighter is one of the most satisfying to see get knocked down. He's not only starting a brawl at a press conference, but he also makes racist taunts to his opponent while showboating on the canvas. But just as he does, the other fighter retaliates and wins the match in seconds just after this racist taunt.
5-minute rounds.
Ivy looks red heat. Alright, Sato.
He's trying the crane technique.
Right.
It's unstoppable.
Right straight hand from Ivy. And lands a big straight hand.
Oh my goodness, that's it.
This moment is a crazy coincidence and something that is close to real karma from God. This moment shows a fan who taunts an ice hockey player because he's injured his nose. Later in the exact same game, that fan actually gets hit by a hockey puck in the nose and suffers a very similar injury. The puck travels over the glass and hits him out of the hundreds of other fans it could have hit.
Man for the Avalanche. Oh, he's giving them a lot of sympathy. Well, things always have a way of working out. Later in the game, the puck comes over the glass and off the same fan that was...
This next boxer gets way too cocky with his showboating and lets his guard down, which is something very risky in boxing. He does this way too often, and on one occasion, while he's caught off guard, he suffers a liver shot, which brings him straight down on the canvas. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.